drum speaks to the earth, deep tone taps like rain on hollowed stone. The soft moon rises and it is gone. The island breeze.
Hey, I'm Austin the Casting Sniper. Welcome to the Casting Sniper channel. And let's talk about this specific net. Now you guys have probably seen this net a lot of times if you watch the channel. This is the iconic, this is the blood tide cast net. Probably one of my masterpieces. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Now, I use this for catching tilapia, catching mullet, sheep's head, ocean fishing, lake fishing, pond fishing, everything with this specific net. Now, what do I like about this net and why did I design it this way? I will explain a little bit. So one of the first things you'll notice is we got very big webbing here. Now this is not a bait net, this is for catching big fish, full-size fish. It's built for catching red drum, black drum, redfish, mullet, sheep's head, all of it. Because the holes are so big, right? It's gonna sink really fast. So I only needed to put on about 11 pounds of lead on the bottom. And my lead line is super thin with long, thin leads. Those are 16 count leads, which means there's 16 leads to a pound. And with bigger webbing, I needed fewer leads, right? So what that means is I basically created a net that I think is a phenomenal net. I can throw it a long ways, it hits the water, and it sinks really fast, and it tangles up only the big fish, and the little fish don't get caught in it. So let's show you guys kind of a demonstration on how to throw the Castnet Sniper blood tide net. So let's talk about how to put this on your hand. Since you got a loop there, pull it through, and you got yourself a slip knot. Now, guys, that's plenty comfortable. You don't need a neoprene cuff or anything stupid. This is perfect, right? That is not uncomfortable. So just do small coils. And I got about a 30-foot hand line on this. So we'll get to the end here. And we're gonna come to the swivel at the top. Notice there's no horn on the top of this net. And that's hand tied by me right to a swivel. We got a little stainless steel swivel. And what we're gonna do here is pop that in my hand here, right like that. We'll go another loop and another loop. And then we're gonna try to find this little piece of webbing that comes off of your pointer finger here. That's your lead piece of weights. So find that, come on down, and just pull that out of your net. So that's the lead weights right here. There we go. Now this is how simple it is, right? So you're pulling them in, everything's nice and tight here. We're just gonna pull it in, keep it all level with my hand. And I'm going to give this a little pull up, doink, like that. And about knee high at 45 degrees, right about like there. We'll give it another grab. Now see, that's a 12-foot net, basically in my hand, right like this. That's what I'm talking about with the hunting net, is it's all in here. It's a very big net, you guys, but you know, it's not poofy, it's not hanging down very far. It's really compact. So I'm gonna reach about one hand's length in. I'm gonna grab that weight, throw it up over my thumb right here. Now it's just hanging, okay? Everything's still gripped nice and tight. And then we're gonna start working our way through this. Right through here, throwing it over my arm. Making sure not to tangle anything because it has to come off nice and smooth when we throw. And we'll leave about that much, maybe 12 leads, maybe a pound dangling there. Just come over here, set it on the ground, and we just reach under here, grab that, and up we go. Hands are touching, essentially, right here. Thumb over the top, pinch it if you want, turn it if you want, so everything's kind of in a straight line. Now talk about the throw technique. You're gonna have to learn the spin, you're gonna have to learn the throw, you're gonna have to learn how to how to feel it, but I can give you some pointers and some tips. And one of the pointers and the tips is basically this: feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, then rotate kind of so you're facing this way, because all of your fanning is going to be coming through here. That's your opening power here, but you need to get your weights up and back up to here, basically. So what we need to do is get on our toes here, come back here, give it a little pop, and then swing hard here to here, very hard, very fast, and then use that momentum, turn, and start launching that momentum forward, basically. So you start with your momentum going this way, but then you use it all and you shoot the net forward. And what that will make is it'll make your nets go, your weights go up high, everything will fan out really nice, and it'll throw really good. And that's the goal, right? So I'm gonna take it, not gonna throw it very hard, and we'll just lay the net out exactly what I was saying. So this way, back, over, cut the net down, and then throw it through. And it's laying in a nice, big, beautiful circle. Guys, I absolutely love this net. I hand sewed this myself. It's an absolute, it's the easiest net in the world to throw. This is my own design. No one taught me how to make these nets. I made them all myself. Using all the weights at the bottom. They're labeled sniper weights. Look at that. Big net, and one of the things I want to point out is when the net is made right, these diamonds in the middle are going to be diamond shaped. You'll see a lot of nets that, while the outside is diamond shaped, as it goes to the middle, closer and closer and closer, the diamonds are more like this in the middle. That means you have a lot of extra webbing in your net. And this is why a cast and sniper hunting net sinks fast. It hits the ground. Imagine all these diamonds are wide open. That thing is sinking. There's almost no resistance to that at all. Not to mention my lead line. Look at how thin that is. I mean, it's 1/8 of an inch, I think. So there's nothing to it. And I can get a big net to sink really fast, catch big fish. They'll all get caught right here in this bag. That's actually the bag. It doesn't look like it, but when you pull it in, see how I have about 1 foot of difference there to there? And so that is big enough to catch a big fish. Now, a lot of people are curious to know how a net like this closes on those fish. And basically what you're trying to do is lay an underwater cage. You're supposed to lay it out in a big circle. The weights are going to hit the bottom, kind of like this. Imagine this. It's a big cage, right? And those weights are going to be pressed against the bottom of the lake or the ocean. So imagine I'm bringing my net in, and this is underwater. The fish's cage is getting smaller and smaller. You see that? It's slowly getting smaller. Those weights are coming in. As I'm bringing my net in, I'm reloading it, right? So as I'm bringing my net in, I'm bundling it up again. And look at how that cage, it's almost closed. And now it is closed. See that? There was no escape. That bottom lead line is sandwiched together. And those fish are going to be in that bottom bag. Now what we're going to do here, bring it in exactly how I want it. I'll probably just drop that loop. There we go. And we're up. And we're already throwing it over the thumb. So it's fast. This technique is fast. That's why the bottom bag castings are dominant. You don't need to stand up and shake your net out and straighten out your braille lines and make sure all your leads are level. There's no moving parts on this. So after you cast it and you're bringing your net in, you're reloading it right there. Pinch the lead if you want. Turn it if you want. Okay? You can be like this way to the target, or it can sometimes help to be that way to the target, where you're throwing it even farther around your waist. Whatever's comfortable. Get on your toes here, bring it back, aim it, and just throw the net. Right? Get on your toes here, bring it back, fan it here, wham, and just lay the net out. Now for a short little throw, this is gonna happen a lot to you guys. you're gonna wanna throw it right in front of you. The goal there is don't, like, keep your arms kind of near your waist, right? So when you turn it right here, fan, and just throw it, just give it a little dust on the floor, turn, boom, and it will fan right in front of you, and it'll catch fish that are like 2-3 feet away even. Nice. All right, guys, let's do something a little more fun. We're gonna try to use the football as kind of a target, and we'll see if this football ends up in the bottom bag, this part of my net. That's a pretty thick fish if you think about it. If that fits in the bottom bag, then the net's pretty good, right? So let's give it a little toss out there. We'll try to throw the net on it. Oh, dear God. Holy crap. All right. That went a long ways away. We'll still try to get it. All right. Now, guys, smooth is far. If you have a smooth backswing, smooth like front swing, that will beat power every single time. So think about, try to make your swing as smooth as possible. Try to lay that net out. We'll see if I can hit that football out there. Go here. Oh, man. It's a little short. Oh, I was like 2 feet short. Darn it. Look at that. One foot from it. All right, let's try it again. And I also maxed out the distance on the net. The top of the net is bent over. Just to prove that this net can catch a very big fish. You get a fish thicker than this, that's a pretty big fish. So as long as the head of the fish can fit in this bottom bag, it will catch it. I'll plant that right here. Go right there. But man, we got it. Let's see if this blood tide net with that thin little bottom edge and that tiny little bottom pocket is able to catch a full-size football. Ooh. All right, check it out. We caught ourselves a football, and that's on dry ground. That's super good. The fish are gonna be swimming around and going crazy, and so they're gonna naturally find themselves in that bottom pocket. But the football, okay, we got the football in the cage. I'm actually gonna bring the net this way. And we'll see if this bottom bag, let you guys see how it works. So we're gonna go like that. Give all jingle jingle, act like the football's struggling to escape. And there it is. See how it found its way in there? Now a fish naturally would just naturally swim there. They kind of go down and they try to go forward, but that's how this works. See that? It's a big bottom bag. Even when it doesn't look like it's that big, it's big enough to hold a fish this thick. So it could theoretically catch you guys a fish as big as you want. And my feet are on fire. This is hot. This is Florida, sun beating down. The ground's probably 100 and something degrees. Okay, so one of the things I want you guys to take away from this video is, first of all, if you ever have an opportunity to throw a net like this, take it. This will become your everyday use net. You'll probably not go back to the braille nets or anything like that. You're probably gonna throw these nonstop. Takeaway number 2 is big mesh sinks very fast. You don't need a lot of weight when you have a big mesh net, right? Takeaway number 3 is when you're throwing the net, relax, no stress, It's all smooth. Okay, here to here, smooth. And just let the net go and it will be smooth and it will fly farther than if you really try to force it, right? Takeaway number 4 is, I guess, stay tuned, buy some merch, buy some hoodies. The Cast Net Sniper hoodies, guys, are the coolest. Pick one up if you want. You got to contact me. I deleted my website. And so, yeah, if you want a net like this, I don't make them anymore. But everything I learned by myself. So if you guys want a handmade net, you can probably contact me. But they're mostly only for my channel subscribers. I don't make them. I wouldn't make them and just, you know, broadly sell them anymore. There's no money in that. All right, guys. Cast Net Sniper signing out.